Hello, everybody, and welcome to the opening match of the Showdown Season 1 bracket. And today we'll be having a preliminary round between the number 8 seed Harmon Bhasin and the number 9 seed Tolliver. And yes.
Hi.
Um,
Hi.
so we have a double elimination bracket, and the players have been seeded according to live ratings as of last week. And here's the bracket. And as usual, there will be 12 games of blitz, 3 minutes per side in 2 seconds increment. And if the match ends in a 6-6 tie, there will be a single Armageddon game to decide the winner, and we will go over the rules if and when it is necessary. Yep. So, in a moment, I'll ask the lower seeded player, Sunil, to call a coin toss, and the winner will call their color for games 1, 3, 5, 8, 10, and 12. After the conclusion of Game 6, there will be a 15-minute halftime break, and in each match, each player will have one timeout that lasts 5 minutes that they can use anytime during the match. Okay, so Sunil, you may now call the coin toss.
Heads.
Sunil has called heads. Let's flip the coin, baby. It is tails. Harmon, please choose your color.
Rigged.
White.
Harmon chooses white, so Harmon will be white for games 1, 3, 5, 8, 10, and 12. Does either player have any questions before we begin?
Wait, you said timeout per match?
Yeah, 1 per match.
Wait, what?
Or you have 1 5-minute timeout per match if you need a break or something.
So the match is 12 games,
yeah.
right? Okay, got it. We will now leave.
Okay.
Oh, crap. Yeah. We can start now, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And the players have started. Harmon opens up with the English opening. Wow.
Neil adopting a more closed response. To put the pawn on d6 and temporarily squeeze his dark-board bishop. Pretty normal development here.
And Sunil is already used, or down about 20 seconds, so we will have to keep a close eye on the clock.
It's like Daniel
Oh, ouch.
Harmon.
And he leaves.
might be losing the exchange
He
here.
leaves his b7 pawn undefended. And now he is going to go down in exchange. It looks like.
97.
Now white has to be careful that he doesn't lose his rook on h1 because this diagonal is wide open right now.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Sunil's going to get the pawn on c4 as well. So there is a little bit of compensation for the exchange between the bishop and the rook.
Yeah. And Harmon kind of loses
Oh, well, he missed.
is control over the light squares, just giving up that light square bishop. And also his knight on g1 might have a tough time developing.
Stab in the center here, d4. The development for Harmon's knight on g1 right now is just not there.
Yeah, and I think he can just take c4 now if he wants to, but he doesn't. Oh, now he can play d5 and trap the bishop. Okay.
It wouldn't have trapped it.
d5?
d5?
Bishop.
Well, he can play bishop f5.
Oh wait, yeah, there's no bishop there anymore. Never mind. Oh, whoops. Oh wait, no, but then e4. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work either.
Idiot.
Yeah, because then bishop g6.
Trying to find pictures.
And so
This
how is
this
Harmon
exchange here. My bad. You can go.
Harmon's still having trouble, and so
This
getting his knight
this
on
exchange
castle,
here.
whereas Sunil's fully developed.
My
I'm
bad,
still
you
getting
can go.
against Harmon, of course, but it'll be Harmon's still having trouble with Sunil to
This-
conjure up something. Getting his knight
this
on
exchange
castle,
here.
whereas Sunil's fully developed.
My
I'm
bad.
still
You can
getting
go. Yeah, I was gonna say that pawn exchange on e5 allows space for Sunil's dark square bishop to develop more, because before it was kind of encased
Right.
within his pawns, but now
Does
more
anyone?
free.
Why hasn't Sunil taken the pawn?
I don't know. I think he's missed it multiple times.
I think they both missed.
I think they're both missing it. Not
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, there's no reason not to take it. Oh, well now he blocks it.
Looking for changes, a good idea.
So now white is just up material, and I think positionally the pawn structure favors him because black has two isolated pawns on a7 and c7, so I don't really see anything positive for
Well, Sunil does have the bishop pair. Maybe he can do some. You have to lose it here too. Yeah, it's 15 seconds as well.
mhm.
Well, not bad, not bad.
I've been waiting for it to happen. He could bring his knight to e2. Okay, all right. Sunil trying one last effort.
Ooh. We're finally getting that g1 knight out of its original square.
And now
Sunil going for the rook trade.
Now Harmon has the integral file, the D file. And there's a check. Well, he's going to queen.
And yep, Harmon wins the first game on time.
It wouldn't have been me. He had queen f8, but
Yeah, I'm saying he would
still.
give up his queen.
So Harmon leads
yeah.
1-0.
Oh my gosh.
Five-minute break. We have a request for a 5-minute break from
Yep,
Harmon.
so Harmon's gonna use his break right now.
Alright.
So, what did
Shall
you
we
guys
analyze
think
the
about
game?
that opening game?
Harmon came out strong, and Sunil needs to watch the blunders. And Harmon did a good job of time management. So, because otherwise he could be susceptible to blunders as we've seen before. So it was impressive that he didn't really fumble away the game after getting the advantage.
Yep.
Interesting choice of opening c4. I think we'll see a lot of that in from Harmon. As for from Sunil, I think he plays e4, so you might see. What's good about e4?
No, nothing. E4 is a trash opening.
Wow.
Alright.
It's offensive to my culture. So, who is the most underrated player in chess right now?
In chess?
Yeah.
Like in from chess or like chess?
And like FIDE.
I don't know, Tim. Why don't you tell us that?
In my opinion, it's Mehmed Yurov because he just reached 2,800, and yet he is not.
Mohamed Jarov?
Whatever. He's not a big name.
I like that guy. Shakhriyar.
Well,
I would agree.
Okay, Harmon is back.
you know who I think
Harmon
is
has returned. We can
Yeah.
start the next game.
Right. You know who I think is the worst chess player of all time? Levon.
What?
Wow.
I mean, yeah, anyone who's a fan of him, especially anyone whose name is Avi, is just really stupid for liking him.
Oh, and game 2 has
Sorry.
started, and Sunil now has the white pieces and opens with e4. And Harmon responds with the Sicilian defense. And d3 move 2, interesting choice.
Not really sure what this opening is. Oh, the Portland attack. Okay. Never heard of that before.
One of the lesser known Sicilian lines.
Yeah. Seems okay for both sides.
Yeah,
Sure.
seems very quiet positional opening. So both sides will look to gain a small advantage and nurture it to victory.
That black Stark Square Bishop looks pretty good right now. It'd be interesting to see if Sunil does something to potentially block off that diagonal, or even if Harmon decides to give that up, maybe at some point for a double pawn on the C file.
Bishop g5,
Bishop g5.
interesting.
F6, but then that F6 and then maybe E5, and then you bring the knight on G8 to E7.
Yeah, usually you don't want to move minor pieces more than once in the opening until you're finished with development. So I'm not sure what.
Yeah, if I was.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much he's gaining by having the bishop on G5 instead of E3. Now Queen E2.
That blocks off the light square bishop though.
Yeah.
He's actually looking for e5.
And it unprotects his dark squared bishop, so...
I guess now the bishop could come back to d2, which may or may not be helpful. So. But yeah, I think it has to be. He's just looking for e5, which I don't know how sound that is.
Yep. Now.
So now
black.
Now Sunil can play h3 and force an exchange or force the bishop to go back to d7. Because if the bishop goes to h5, then g4 is coming, trapping the bishop.
Yep, right. Queen e3.
Doesn't play h3.
Interesting. Moving the queen twice in a row, probably not a good sign.
Well, it unpinned the knight. Now Harman goes for the trade.
One thing black could try here is knight b4. Looking for a fork on that weak c2 pawn. And there aren't any great defenses except to move your king.
Or move the queen for like the 4th time.
Right, yeah. So now...
Queen a5, pins the knight.
Could be some pressure, especially with the black's dark square.
Yeah, black might be...
Let's see a d5 pawn.
Yeah, black might be looking for pressure on the c3 knight. Maybe after a move like knight d7 or something.
d5 could be played now, actually. Right now, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, so I think white has just wasted a lot of tempos, just moving his pieces back and forth, and
there it is. White has to go back to
he's way back
D1.
in development now, and black has a nice initiative. So I think the only move here is queen d1, yep. So the queen, after all that, just ends up back where it started.
Not bad, not bad. Looking at time.
And now black is castled and completes his development. I would probably definitely prefer black here, just because of the huge lead in development and the better placed knight, especially the knight on d4. And yeah.
That strikes me as an odd move.
And black's bishop on g7 is just amazing because there's no pawns contesting it.
White could try something like knight d5 here. In fact, that would force the black queen back to d8.
Yeah, then he can play move like c3, get the knight out of there, look to improve his position, and blunt the bishop on g7.
So
now probably b4.
b4.
And there's not really a good place for that knight to go.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, like knight d5, double his pawns. I don't really see any other option except like b1, but...
Yeah, I think he has to play knight d5 here.
Yep, so nice find, forcing another positional advantage. Now, he's just has a massive lead in development.
And on time.
Yeah. It almost looks like white has only made like 5 moves, but we're on the 15th move of the game. And now Harman decides to take the bishop here. Probably smart, as c3 might have been coming soon.
e5 could be decent. Oh, well, yeah, no.
Same.
He cannot move.
c4. No, c4 would.
c4 would not work.
Ooh, and now he falls for the same idea. Yep, and now he loses on time. So for the second game, he loses material in a similar way by overlooking the force of the bishop on the long diagonal and not doing anything to prevent its powers. So now Harman will have a lead of 2-0.
Indeed.
players have started the next game. And now Harmon
Harmon with
chooses
a
to
different
open with
choice.
d4. And we're going to see a Queen's Gambit.
What does Sunil play against the Queen's Gambit?
So Sunil goes for the Queen's Gambit declined with e6 move 2. And
Draw offer.
knight c6. The normal move here is knight f6, and now knight c6 actually blocks the c pawn from moving. So e4, interesting choice.
That looks like it loses a pawn.
D4 pawn.
Yeah, that just loses the d4 pawn if I'm not missing anything. Yep.
Yeah, probably knight takes, threatens some interesting stuff.
Open up to tactics.
I think white might be able to force. White might have been able to force black out of castling by attacking the knight multiple times and then taking the queen on d8, but now this looks pretty good for black after a move like
Probably, yeah, queen d7.
d7 or
like, right?
c6.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to play
Even
bishop d7 because you have to protect the knight on d4.
Now he just kind of helped black's development.
Yeah. Now black's just a pawn up and has 2 pieces
No
developed to
complication.
white's 1, and is 1 move from castling queenside if he chooses to do so. I think castling queenside is perfectly fine here.
Yeah, the queens are traded. There's
Yeah.
no reason
And
to
it
not
puts the
castle
rook on
queens.
d8 on that open file. So yeah, probably castle queenside.
If I were black, I would consider f5 at some point, because
F5.
that knight is hindering. That knight on e4 is hindering your knight on g8. Because if it comes to f6, then he can capture, and then you have double isolated pawns.
Yeah, F5 wouldn't be bad.
Oh, I see. I think the idea is that, yeah, no matter how he chooses to block the check, he's going to eventually have to move his knight off of e4, because if he plays bishop d2, then black can take the bishop on d2, and he probably doesn't want to take with his king. Or he might, because it's technically an endgame right now, but now he frees up the square on f6 if he chooses to use it right now.
Seems logical.
Very nice. Developing the bishop with tempo.
Now, interesting. He chooses to take the knight with his bishop. Okay.
He could,
gives up the bishop here.
if white takes with the knight, then rook. Okay, so now we got an isolated pawn. If he took with the knight, then rook e8 might have caused some more trades if white chose to block the check, but instead, taking with the pawn just isolates the c3.
Yeah. So he probably just wants to get his knight to f6 or e7, put his rook on e8, and just control the 2 open files in the center, and possibly look to play against the c3 and a2 pawns.
Or form an attack against the king.
Yeah.
Pushing h pawn.
Opposite castle kings. Ooh, that's a nice move. There's now an attack on the d3 bishop.
Ooh.
Has to be careful
Something we
about that
can go over.
discovery attack. And he...
What about
Harmon defends it.
g5? G5 right now.
G5. Oh, yeah.
Should win that. Okay.
Oh, g5 and then bishop e2, I think.
Bishop
E2?
where? Well, but then like black could move his knight, and then it would be like a 2 minor pieces for a rook type exchange.
Oh.
So still good.
Yeah.
Now, black's knight is just improving, and double attacking the bishop, forcing it to move away. Harmon, and the time is actually about even right now for the first time this match.
He doesn't
and
defend
he doesn't
or
defend
move
the
the
bishop on d3. I think he can just take that with his knight. Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to get some attack on the g7 pawn again.
Yeah.
Play for 3 times in a row.
So maybe it's his idea is to play c4, but then just knight f6, right?
Yeah. No, this is completely winning for black.
Oh, he doesn't.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, I guess that's not awful, but he
Oh.
should have taken the knight straight away.
Yeah, minor piece is
Yeah.
probably better to take than the exchange. Oh, but he.
D. Well, offers the minor piece anyway.
Now Sunil has gone down on time again. He is at 20 seconds, and Harmon has more than double his time. So
Sunil learning from his mistakes.
nice. And now I think he can take on c4, yeah, and then we're gonna see an exchange of the rooks probably. And now Harmon just looks to harass black as he's down on time.
Sure.
Yeah, probably just wants to get knight e7, rook d8 or something right away, and trade down and simplify the game, where he's up material and downtime. Definitely wants to simplify, go closer to a win, and he goes for knight e7. Nice.
Rook d8 here seems.
Oh.
Oh, there's a pawn hanging on a2.
There is. He notices it too.
Oh, never mind.
Actually, never mind, yeah.
Probably king b8
really
here.
gotta look out for. Yep, nice. Rook a8 would have been awful because of the skewer on the rook on h8, undefended. And
Ooh.
Sunil has been playing much better in the time pressure. He is adjusting to this match, I think.
Yeah.
So if he can
Very
just
nice.
manage to
Oh, rook e2. Yeah, there it is. Wins the bishop.
So Sunil really just has to get these rooks off the board.
He's got to watch his clock.
Yep. Oh,
he dropped.
perhaps a mouse slip there. He's still up a minor piece and 2 pawns. It's still easily winning for him if he can convert.
Yeah, that definitely.
Probably knight d6.
Probably just. He should just hide his king. Now his knight's stuck.
Yeah, probably king c6 maybe. I don't know.
Harmon looking to. Oh, he can't take
Yeah,
that back.
that's. Well, perhaps it was a pawn sack, and now he has 3 isolated pawns.
Oh yeah. That's
Take it.
interesting.
There you go.
So now the king side pawn structure is symmetrical. I don't see how white's king gets in.
Oh, he has the knight fork on e3.
Oh no,
Knight
he
e3
missed
would
it.
work there.
he's losing the knight.
Oh! Oh, never mind. That doesn't do anything. Okay. Black is still up 2 pawns on the queen side. This should still be winning, I think.
Yeah, he just needs to push
Oh,
those
but what about
pawns
rook
and not lose.
h7 there? Was there any way to defend against that?
Rook
Yeah, the
h7.
pawn on h. Oh!
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, that.
I don't know why you guys were.
Oh, now he forces the rook trade, but I'm... Okay, let's see.
Oh,
Oh.
I think he should have... Oh, is this a draw?
his pawn would have been
Client's rook.
there.
Who's queening first?
Or,
Oh, he drops the pawn. He could have taken that. And it came with check, so that
Oh.
was just...
yeah.
Well, both players are extremely low right now.
Okay.
Oh,
This is
queen
getting
takes f4 and then check, followed by...
He missed.
Okay.
Oh no, he can
Yeah,
just
he could have
skip
gone
the
rook
queen
h6
trade.
because that would have forced, Okay.
Material's even
I think
now,
black
but
is
I
gonna
think
promote
black wins
first.
first.
Yeah, black seems to have a slight edge
keep
in
in
this
mind the
position.
low time for both sides, so... interesting. Probably would have played king c3. Now he does. I think something might have gone wrong here. Yeah, now king.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Queening
Yeah,
now.
oh.
Ran out of time. Oh, barely. Whew.
Now we can just sack the rook for. Oh, but does.
Not a great endgame by Sunil.
Yeah, I think he could have forced him to sack the rook for the. Yeah, I don't know if he would know how to do queen versus. Yeah, now this is just a win.
Well, queen versus rook.
Yeah.
Does Harm know what to do?
Yeah, he knows it, I think. Yeah, this is just mate and the next move.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Fortunate.
Sunil, after being up all that material, can't find a win. Yeah, now it's 3-0 for Harman.
Interessante.
So now
Alright,
Sunil
another
opens
Sicilian.
Sicilian again. Let's see if he goes for the d3 or try something else. Interesting, close Sicilian, knight c3 move 2. g6, interesting. Okay.
3.
Yeah, I think Sunil really needs to win this game to have any chance in this match.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've seen Anthony come back from an 0-4
That
deficit
is
and
true.
almost win. 'Tis possible.
Taking is fine. Bishop c4 was also fine, but
Oh, queen a5. Ouch.
yeah.
Ouch. And yeah, Harman is quickly up material after leaving his bishop undefended.
Ooh.
Yep.
Rip pair Hooney.
Now d takes c3, and after b takes c3, he can do bishop takes c3 and then fork. Yeah. So now he's just gonna win exchange as well.
Bishop d2 here would at least
Yeah. Bishop
be
d2
good
just
from
yeah.
a total loss. Yeah.
Yep. And now Harman's
Yep.
up a lot of material, and
Another rook on h8. He has to
yeah,
find a
f6.
way to defend. f6.
Yep, that's the only move here, I think.
f6, then
Bishop c3.
Bishop, yeah.
Well, actually,
That doesn't really do anything.
yeah.
Queen.
Yes.
Queen back.
Queen g5.
Queen back. Okay.
No threat here.
Yep. Oh.
Just castle.
Yeah.
Knight d5.
Allows a spot on d5.
And then he can even look for knight c7 if Harman isn't careful.
Oh, knight c7 wins the queen. It wins the queen for white.
Does he see it?
Oh, let's see if he finds it. Queen is just open there.
Gosh, I don't think he's gonna find
knight
it.
c7 was just completely winning. Oh,
Ooh.
that's gonna hurt when he finds out about that one.
Well, now 97, yeah.
Now he's just gonna trade off more material. Yep, definitely doesn't want to trade more down material.
Pins the knight. Defend or do king f2.
Oh, and he
Leaves
just
it
misses his
undefended.
attack on the knight. Yep. And yeah, this is just
Losing.
as long as Harmon does not choke, he will have a crushing 4-0 lead in the match.
Now looking to bring in the bishop with bishop a6. He has a queen.
Ooh, a queen.
Queen e2 is just, yeah.
Queen a2. Oh, we got checkmate.
Wow.
Rip.
Queen a2 instead of rook d1 would have been interesting for
Yep,
sure.
so now Harmon has a 4-0 lead in the match. But we have seen a 4-0 comeback by our very own Anthony Moo.
Congratulations, Anthony.
Clap.
Woo.
Clap.
Still lost.
Clap.
Looks like Harmon will be white this time.
Harmon's just going to have the
See
white
if he
pieces.
chooses the English or the...
And he has all the momentum in this match. Sunil desperately looking for a win at this point.
Could be 2-2 right now.
Yeah. There was that one game where Sunil was up like 9 or 10 points of material and just couldn't convert it into time pressure, and this game where he missed a winning move where we just would have been up a queen.
See which opening Harmon chooses now.
Yep, so Harmon goes back to the English. And we see a symmetrical defense. Interesting.
Clay, white will want to play knight f3 and break with d4 in the symmetrical. It's like Harmon isn't...
Now he really has to be careful not to move his bishop off of
Don't
c8, otherwise, yeah, that would just drop b7 again. Knight a6. Not sure where he intends to put that knight. Oh, and he's dropped the b7 pawn again. Yeah.
As well as the knight on a6.
Yep, so now the knight on a6 and the rook on a8 are forked. And I think he's just going to lose in exchange for a piece, and he offers the piece. Probably would have been better to offer the exchange there.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think he's just losing a pawn here after bishop e5 forced, and then... Oh, wait, no, he's not. Never mind.
Black is underdeveloped. A cheap little shot there against the rook on h1, but Harmon sees it. Man, these long diagonals have just been a key part the first few games.
Yep, now white can just force a bunch of trades and get closer to winning. d3 here, just trade off another pawn.
Oh, knight c7.
Oh!
Ooh.
And the pre-move backfires. Ooh.
Was it actually a move?
It looked like a pre-move to me. Yeah, not looking good.
Would have been a nice idea. Except 4-4.
The black queen has seen sunnier days than that. Yeah.
Hashtag busted.
Now queen a4 is open.
Oh yeah, queen a4.
Harmon is just seeing a lot of good moves, albeit with a couple missed things along the way. But queen e8 now can win the bishop and a lot more. Nope.
Yeah, Harmon can probably just attack with this queen and maybe the knights.
Yeah. Oh, and he just drops another, yeah. Yep, Harmon now has a 5-0 lead.
Resigns.
This is the biggest lead I think we've ever seen in a showdown.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
Let's see what Sunil can conjure up against the Sicilian. Ah, the Bowdler attack.
Bishop c4, move 2.
C4,
Looking to take Harmon out of his opening book.
D3.
Oh, and, oh, is there any way to, oh, c3, I think. Yeah, c3, never mind.
3 would be
Sunil's plan was to get his bishop before Harmon did, but Harmon still beat him to it.
Right.
Oh, and now the bishop is... Nope, not trapped. Bishop d5 here should be completely fine.
Which is trapped? What?
Yeah.
I said the white bishop that just moved was on this trap. Probably queen c2 or something.
Has to be careful not to play c4. That would be really bad. Yep, queen c2 looks fine. Oh.
There's a...
Yeah,
Well,
now he's
Should
just
be
wasting
2.
a tempo.
queen f3 at some point would be...
I think he definitely wants to take with the bishop and just trade. Okay. Well, now his knight is in an annoying pin. And he's going to have to play rook c1 or something before his knight can do anything.
Rook C1, I don't think it's too much of a... the knight taking the Valps tonight.
Yeah, now that bishop's going to have nowhere to go. But he can take on c6 and double isolate the black pawn, so it's not for nothing. I think it's actually favorable for white there.
Yeah. Black does have the bishop pair, but remains to be seen where that white bishop is gonna.
Oh, and he misses a pawn on d3, which was undefended.
Yeah.
And he misses it, so.
Bishop e3 here. With, that was a mouse slip.
That was almost certainly a mouse slip. And now he takes it with check.
He's in now.
Oh, and he resigns. I don't think that was... I think he still could have played on.
Yeah, for sure.
Queen e2.
Everything's... I mean, he's only down one pawn.
Yeah, queen e2 and he's just down one pawn. And, like, the 3 pawns on the queen side, like, aren't that great.
Okay, I guess after queen e2 in the exchange, black could have taken the pawn on e4. Or e5.
Wait, isn't it supposed to be halftime right now?
English. Oh, whoops.
Isn't it supposed...
We'll do the halftime after this game. If there is another game.
Yeah, but isn't Harmon...
Oh my gosh.
Wait, isn't Harmon supposed to be... What was Harmon's color last game?
Harmon was black last game.
He's supposed to be black again.
He fell for the bishop thing.
No, Harmon's supposed to be black again.
No, he's not.
No, because if he was black in game 6, he's black.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Tell him.
What should we do?
This game doesn't count.
Well, I mean, Harmon's declining draws right now, but if he accepts a draw, then he wins the showdown.
What is the rule about this?
The rule is they have to play according to the colors.
Yeah, but what about the halftime?
Should we just skip halftime? Harmon wants to skip.
Yeah, this is gonna mess up their point totals. Here. We'll just do a draw and then.
So the score is 6-0, right?
Well, if we do a draw, then Harmon wins the
No,
showdown.
no. This won't count. We're gonna disregard the scores in chess.com.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Okay, so Sunil graciously resigns. Are we gonna do a right?
Are we going to have halftime or not? Because Harn was just like, no, let's not have halftime.
Join call. Should we go on splash screen then?
Okay, we will have a 15-minute halftime break. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back, everybody. So as you know, before halftime we had a bit of an error, and I have a statement from the arbiter, Abhyudaya Venkata Subramanian. He has said, I have decided as Harman Bhasin delayed the stream as his accidental and purely understandable mistake, but then went on to argue that the game should continue and decided not to abort the game. He forfeits Game 7, leaving us at Game 8 with a score of 6-1. And that...
Wow!
Yep. And that was the arbiter's decision, not mine. So, yeah.
All hail Abhi Venkata Subramanian for a fair and just ruling.
Yep. So... he wants to emphasize that it's not because of the mistake that Harman made, but it was because he delayed the match by refusing to end the game. Either way, it was played as the wrong color, and he said it would not have counted even if they played it out. So that's why it was a delay.
I wholeheartedly agree.
So now the match is 6-1 for Harman, and we're going into Game 8, where Harman will have white, I believe. Yeah. And yeah, they can start now. So Sunil has to basically win every single game now to stay alive, and he has to win 5 in a row to force an Armageddon tiebreak.
Ooh, we have a symmetrical Sicilian. Not Sicilian,
Oh,
sorry, English.
Yep, we have a symmetrical English. Yep, it's a completely symmetrical game so far.
I would expect B4 D4 break from white.
Yeah, so obviously black really doesn't want to play B5.
No. That would
be pretty bad.
basically
Oh,
lose a...
B6? Okay. Now I think takes, and then take the rook on B8, and then you're forcing black to undevelop the knight. So, okay, he instead goes for the space advantage.
I don't think he wants to take on A6. No. Oh. King on B5, I didn't see that move actually.
Seemed like an okay decision by Sunil, because otherwise he might have had to play... He would have had to play backwards or put the knight on D4, where it would have been traded off, double pawns, and then white's bishop would have been on... I guess white could probably play E4 or something. Maybe D3 first, get his black bishop out. Instead, the more
A4.
aggressive 4, but I don't really see what that accomplishes.
Yeah. I mean, that knight's never gonna be undefended anytime soon, with the pawn all locked up.
Well, I mean, maybe if he can get his bishop to take the C5 pawn, then it'll be worth it, but bishop is kind of locked up right now.
H6 seems like a weird move. I guess preventing bishop G5, but then that might lead to a long-term weakness on having to defend that pawn. Excuse me.
Looking for the D4 pawn break.
But now maybe just
Intentions
D5.
are clear.
Indeed.
E5.
D5.
Oh, D5.
D6.
Interesting game. Both.
I would do D4.
Tim, shut up your phone. Oh, D3, okay. Choose not to go for the pawn break, which he looked to be aiming towards.
So Neil probably gonna develop his light square bishop now. Oh. Knight G4.
Possibly looking to provoke H3 because then he might turn H3 into a target with like bishop B6, queen D7.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So maybe this is part of the scheme.
Gonna force the knight back, but same thing. Both whites and blacks H pawns could become weak.
Oh, I see now. The knight is hanging on C3.
Oh,
So if there's like an intermezzo where he can take something, I think he can like, you know, like, oh, knight takes F. Yeah,
knight takes
intermezzo.
F.
Yeah, nice. And now he's also attacking the rook, so he doesn't want to move his knight away. So he's kind of forced to actually take the knight with his king. And now, yeah, really nice find there.
Fine by Neil.
Oh wait, no. Oh, never mind. It's even again. Okay. Yep.
Back even.
Yep. So that H6 actually did turn out to be a weakness.
Yeah, I would. Oh my.
Oh, now the queen can come over, like along the 4th rank as it's open. It can like swing. Yeah. Ooh. Lots of discoveries just waiting to happen. And his rook.
Well, he can save the. Wait, what about bishop G7 right here for black?
Yeah.
That seems okay to me.
Bishop G7.
Oh, then
well,
knight G5, and then his king moves back, and then he takes it, and then queen H7.
Yeah.
So Neil just choosing to give up the exchange.
But it's not terrible. Now probably queen G7.
Indeed.
Oh, but now E3 and there's a double threat. Yeah, E3 is a nice tactic, and now he's threatening to take the bishop on D4 and force mate on queen H7. And there's no way to defend both of them.
Wow, that E3
and now
is really
there's
good.
mate in 1 on the board. And Harman Bhasin has won the first match of this season.
Wow. Just wow.
Dang.
That was a fast match. Could have been a sweep if he chose not to, yeah.
Break the rules.
Yep. So now we're going to have an interview.
That was pretty well played by Sunil at the end there, but
Yeah, that was a nice find with the knight on C3. But unfortunately missed the mate threat on queen H7.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow. Just utter
good game,
So
Neil.
Harman will move on to...
Utter obliteration.
What? Shut up. So Harman wins this match 7-1.
Oh, my mic was muted.
And we'll move on to the next round in the winners. Shut up! So Harman will move on to the next round of the bracket and face the number 1 seed, Abhyuday Venkatesubramanian. And Sunil will fall to the loser's bracket, where he will face the loser of Arnav Bhatta versus Arnav Agarwal.
Sunil, you're gonna play Arnav Agarwal.
All right.
Wow.
Is that it?
No,
Is that...
no.
Oh, yes.
Does anyone have any questions for the players? Hello?
I would like to ask Harmon a question. Harmon, you did a pretty good job of managing your blunders today, especially compared to last time when you were.
Is this better?
Shut up!
Sorry.
Were you listening to my question, or should I repeat myself?
Oh no, sorry. I accidentally put everybody on mute because I was
Shut
trying to put on my
up!
headphones.
All right, allow me to repeat myself then. You stupid idiot. So today you did a good.
You call
job.
me worse stuff in chat.
Today you called me. You know, you're a wonderful human being. Today you.
That's nice.
Today you did a good job at managing your preventing blunders, and you only missed maybe like 2 or 3 big things. And compared to your last showdown, I think there were definitely more of those. So has anything changed since then? Was your attitude different, or do you think you were just more focused, or how would you say that?
Well, I haven't really like been playing chess ever since that showdown. It's like really tore me down. Shut up. However, okay, I've been making my daily moves, but you know what? Shut up. Okay, I probably played like a few 3-minute, 2-second increment games.
3 seconds.
And then I just
Wow, that is
3-minute whatever. I played a few of those, like probably like 2-3, and then I just did my daily moves, and I was just touching up on my openings and all that stuff. But yeah, I guess I could say I was a bit more focused, because I remember last time when I played Arnav, there was this whole thing going on, and I just got a bit cocky.
Okay.
You got cocky? Really? Really?
Yeah, I
Really?
did.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yo, there seems to be a bit of beef between you guys. You guys want to like settle out here?
No,
Nah,
thank you.
I would like to ask Harmon. First of all, congratulations on your victory today. It's an awful shame that you couldn't sweep, but I mean that's what happens when you don't follow the rules. But like, I would also like to ask you about
Sunil, I would not talk. You just lose like 7-0.
I'm so
Mr.
sorry.
7-1.
World Champion, air quotes, Bhasin. I would like to ask you about your thoughts on your next round match between you and the number 1 seed Abhidai Venkata Subramanian. What are your thoughts? Would you like to say anything to him in preparation for that match?
I'm gonna die, so I'm gonna have to probably spend the next like how much ever time I have. I hope like I have like somewhat around a week or something
Well,
like that.
You're not gonna be dead.
Preparing openings.
It's a double elimination. That's the positive about this format that we're introducing.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to play him. I'm probably gonna have to study a lot of opening, touch up on my theory, because as we know, Abhi is like board 3 or something. I don't know. I forgot.
The loser of Abhi versus Harmon will face the loser of Anthony versus Tim in the losers bracket.
Oh gosh, I will have to touch up on my opening and my theory, and I'm just gonna have to grind out chess the whole like next month to week or so. I will need some help, so if any of you out there might want to like help me, yeah, that'd be really nice. But yeah, I definitely think I might get crushed by Abhi if he does play.
Venkata Subramanian would like to ask you if you are available to play him tomorrow.
I'm not available to play tomorrow.
Does any other person have any questions?
I'll ask Harmon a question. So, Harmon, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
But I would say that your win wasn't very smooth, such as in Game 3. You allowed yourself to go 5 points. But
I did end up blundering. I thought I got out of that, but I apparently just made it worse. But I was able to come back in the end game.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about that game, Game 3?
That game was played like mid-game opening was very well played by Sunil. However, his endgame needs to be touched up upon because that was a clear winning position for him, and he ended up messing up, and that cost him a game. But I do feel like that game actually should have gone to Sunil.
Neil, I have a question. What are you gonna do moving forward to address some of your issues with handling those bishops on those long diagonals that kept killing you and taking? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I think I thought I had a plan to defend against it. Then, when I executed it, it turned out it didn't work.
Okay.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, you know what? I guess sometimes it happens.
I'll get him next
And-
time.
Oh, I can definitely give this to all of you out there. You want to kind of find out stuff about your opponent and prepare for him, because that will help a lot. I can guarantee you that if probably Sunil had looked into the opening I played, he probably would have had a better counter to it.
Harmon, you're like...
And that works for anything. For Avi, I'm definitely gonna look at his openings. Although he may play some weird ones, I'm just gonna have to look at his most general openings and look up defenses, because you should prepare for your opponent.
I think Adi could play H5 and then A5 and then F6.
Yes, I agree. He would still win.
7 for his first 4 moves and still win. But
I agree, because he is board 3 and he is rated over 2,000.
I like the enthusiasm, Harmon.
Wait, who is?
Avi, he's I don't know, he may drop, but he's over 2,000 and he's board 3 and he's been playing chess since he was in 3rd grade. And he's gone to more tournaments and stuff, so he definitely has more experience, but I'm not gonna let that push me down. I'm gonna try my hardest to at least pull out 1 win, maybe a few more, but 1 is my goal
Self-confidence
Against-
is key.
against the god.
Confidence is key. Remember.
Kinlan, do you have any advice? You did play Avi and you did beat him.
Yes.
in the trial.
I would just say, don't ever give up, and believe in yourself.
Great. I totally not textbook.
Capitalize when Abi chokes and drops his queen in front of your knight.
Kim, I could have used that advice for me before this game.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's just general advice to everyone.
Is there some bias in this commentary? For this commentator?
No. Well, the thing is, you need to ask him. He can't tell you anything if you don't ask. You had to ask for help. Help doesn't come to you.
You're right.
All right, well, that's my cue. It's devolved into slurping, so...
I have a message from Abi to Harmon that says, because Harmon insulted my board number, I will have no mercy on him.
What? I did not insult his board number. He's
You said
he's
board
board 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Is he now board 3? What is he,
Well, no.
board 2?
If
Oh.
you do exclamation mark Abi board number, it says 12, so I think you got it incorrect.
Okay, yeah.
He's board
I
12?
think that's going to do it for today.
Okay.
Alright.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Potato.
Oh, is that the
Potato,
ending?
goodbye. Congratulations, Harmon.
Oh,
Potato,
bye.
goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.